I was happy to leave the palace. Princess Anna's most honest interview. We tell the most interesting from the interview of the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth. The only daughter of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip is known for inheriting both a sharp mind and a sharp tongue from her father. This summer, the royal princess will be 73 years old. A few years ago, she gave a detailed and honest interview to Vanity Fair, shedding light on the peculiarities of the life of BCS members. We share the most interesting facts. Princess Anna is rightfully considered one of the most hardworking members of the BCS and devotes most of her time to social work, while those organizations of which she is a trustee declare with one voice that a significant part of Anna's work remains hidden from prying eyes. Princess Anna is a real style icon, and she professed a sustainable approach to fashion before than any of us imbued with this idea, says the editor of the British Vogue magazine Edward Enninful. She is timeless, always adheres to her own style, and she wears strict suits better than anyone else I can think of. Read also. Princess Anne is an unrecognized style icon of the royal family. The princess herself, who heads the Fashion and Textile Association of Great Britain, speaks about her style in a more derogatory tone, noting that her choice is due to the rigidity of her own principles. I'm still looking for materials and ordering tailoring because it's more fun that way. In addition, it helps to support those who are still engaged in the manufacture of clothing in this country. About life in the royal family. Speaking about her childhood, Anna first of all compares herself to Carl, who is 2 years older than her. My case was a little different from that of my older brother, Anna explains. I really wanted to go to school. I had a governess and 2 friends, but that would never have been enough for me, and I was happy to leave home. Someone demonizes boarding schools, but in fact many children flourish in them. Now I am working with the Royal National Children's Fund Springboard, which takes children from disadvantaged families and sends them to such schools. One has only to listen to them to understand how much such institutions are needed. By the way, the children of Princess Anne and Captain Phillips, her first husband, they also studied in closed schools where it was so bad for the Prince of Wales, found themselves and now have built successful careers outside the court realities. Zara became a professional athlete, and Peter opened his own event agency, which organized the celebration of the 90th anniversary of the Queen. Among other things, Anna was the first member of the royal family to compete at the Olympics. In addition to the royal debut at the Montreal Games in 1976, the princess has 3 medals from the European Championships. And even today she retains a sporty figure. She also taught her daughter, who became an Olympic champion in equestrian sports, and all 4 granddaughters. Savannah and Isla, daughters of Peter and Autumn Phillips, and Mia and Lena, daughters of Zara and Mike Tyndall, to ride. However, Anna does not seek to attribute the merits of her daughter only to herself. Her father was a successful writer and won a lot more medals than me, so maybe it's both parents, she says honestly. At one time, the Queen's only daughter sought to declare herself as a separate person, reaching the intended peaks. I thought if I was going to do something outside of the royal family, horses would probably be the best choice, she told Vanity Fair. But I always knew it was temporary. Today, the royal princess claims that if she were not a member of the BCS, she would like to become an engineer. Anna actively promotes the idea of unlocking the potential of women, but refuses to call herself a feminist. About the younger generation of BCS, and probably Sussex, comparing the younger members of the royal family with her generation and the August parents, whose example Anna has always been guided by, the princess expresses concern about how rapidly the new generation wants to change the approach to charity, proven by decades of hard work of BCS members. Don't forget about the basics, says Anna. I think, in fact, this younger generation is aware of how everything was done before, but they prefer to say, "Oh, let's do everything in a new way," and I want to answer, "Don't reinvent the wheel. We've already done that. Maybe you should go back to basics." However, Anna understands the decision, for example, of the Sussex, to abandon the royal life. When it comes to the fact that she herself preferred to raise her children without titles and representative duties, the princess notes, "It was probably easier for them, Zara and Peter, to grow up than for me, and I think most people would agree that having titles carries a lot of disadvantages. So I think it was probably the right decision."